We go grab something from three different African countries. Botswana, Gambia, and Chad for headlines right there. When we bounce back, yeah, more trends on social media right here. Don't go away.
Headlines across Africa.
Headlines across Africa.
Headlines across Africa.
Headlines across Africa.
Okay.
Well, for today, we're going to Botswana, Gambia, and Chad.
Right, we're going to Botswana, Gambia, and Chad. I'm very excited. Okay, tell us what's happening. What are we starting with?
We're starting in Chad, where
Okay.
we're reading from the Journal du Chad newspaper.
Good.
And the headline says, Laukain Kurayo Medad will not run for president on 11th April.
Okay. Why?
Well, the president of the political party, the Chadian Convention for Peace and Development, CTPD, Laukain Kurayo Medad, announced on Vision FM radio that he will not run for the next presidential election. The decision by Laukain Kurayo Medad, former mayor of the city of Mondu, the capital of the Western Longole province, follows the non-repayment of 2016 election campaign expenses. This is precisely 30% of the amounts duly justified in revenue and expenditure after the court auditors.
Right. Okay.
Now, the withdrawal of Laukain Kurayo Medad follows a 3-day ultimatum he issued with Saleh Kebzabo, the national president of UNDR. The two politicians had announced that they would not participate in the presidential election if the 2016 campaign elections
Campaign what?
expenses were not reimbursed.
Okay. Why did you stop?
No, it looked like Alexis.
Something else, huh?
Yeah.
Easy. You need glasses?
No.
Okay, fine. Okay.
So this claim is illegal because it is under Article 77 of the Electoral Code of 25th August 2015,
Right.
especially for the presidential, legislative, and local elections. But that's a story coming from the Journal du Chad. Nobody likes to owe, so I think I'm happy he's pulling out because he's not being paid. but
Yeah.
I think the appropriate authorities should make sure they get the money for them.
True. Every work deserves a reward. Okay? Right.
Gambia.
Gambia.
Yeah, we're moving to Gambia where we're reading from the Standard newspaper.
Okay.
And the headline says Gambia to start COVID-19 vaccination soon.
Good news.
Yeah, so the Director of Health Services, Dr. Mustafa Bitaye, has told the Standard that the Medicine Control Agency, the regulatory body for all medical products in Gambia, has given approval for the use of AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine in the country. We have it all organized and ready. We're now working on the importation of the vaccine following a successful registration and completion of the MCA evaluation processes, Dr. Bitaye said. We wanted to bring the vaccine a long time ago, but we had to wait for the MCA to approve it, which they did yesterday. Now, Dr. Bitaye also discussed and disclosed that the Ministry of Health has already devised a comprehensive national program for the vaccination, while disclosing that COVID-19 frontline workers, people over 60 years old, and those with underlying health conditions would be given priority.
Right. Okay.
Well, it has been reported, and meanwhile, that the Senegalese president, Macky Sall, who last week received 200,000 doses of the COVID-19 vaccine made by China's Sinopharm laboratory, has said 10% of the vaccine will be given to neighboring Gambia and Guinea-Bissau as an African solidarity.
Okay.
So, yeah, the country currently has one person in hotel quarantine, 377 active cases, and a crude case fatality ratio of 3.1%.
Wow. Right.
Yeah, I think this is supposed to bring joy to the hearts of Gambians because, I mean, if you're going to start vaccination,
Right.
it's a good thing. Just
It is.
It is good. I mean,
It is.
it's
The
good.
only thing is proper education needs to be done.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
think so. The trust can be ended.
Absolutely.
It's a dicey issue right now. So, but it's a good thing that they're actually intending.
Some
to
people are
begin the
contemplating
vaccinations
taking the
soon.
vaccine or not. Still in the air. Well, Okay, from Gambia,
I think
that's it.
somebody asked me this morning if I'll
That-
take the vaccine.
What was your response?
No.
Really?
That
Without-
just so the person just asked. I just told the person straight away. No.
Okay, maybe you didn't really think or process
No,
the
I
question
that's the
very
thing. I
well.
have not sat down to
To
literally
really-
think through the
exactly.
fact that I might take vaccine or not. But then
I think I'm
until
guilty
I
there too.
certified or I'm certain
it-
that I really want to.
In that space.
I'm not.
And you know, the good thing about the vaccine is not everybody would be vaccinated, okay, because of the head counts elements in there. But let's see how it goes. Maybe you end up being vaccinated. You never know.
If you're making up your mind not to take the vaccine,
Mm-hmm.
just have to ensure that you're super cautious.
Yeah.
I mean, super cautious.
yeah. Well,
I think
being super cautious
have
doesn't
to-
necessarily guarantee that you wouldn't get the virus,
But yeah,
okay?
I'm just
Because I know people who are extra careful, but
I'm just trying to say. I mean,
Mm.
if you haven't really sat to think, or you think you don't want to take the vaccine.
on a
you
second
have to
thought,
be-
you would be
super
thinking about
careful.
taking the vaccine.
you have to be careful, and it
Well-
has to be something you're ready to do
Uh-huh.
from your own heart.
Right.
So,
Okay. Where we headed to now? Botswana?
yes.
Right.
And we're reading from the Patriot on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting headlines: Alcohol ban divides cabinet.
Really? Okay.
What?
No, I mean, if it's coming from a good side, well, opposing views. Everybody's entitled, so let's hear them.
Well, the ban on the sale of alcohol, which has seen the largest alcohol producer and distributor, Kagala Gadi Breweries Limited, KBL, suspending its operations, has now torn cabinet apart. Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Edwin Dikoloti, announced on January 3rd the government had taken a decision to suspend the sale of alcohol with immediate effect. Now, during the restriction of movement, the following shall apply with immediate effect. The sale of alcohol is suspended. Consumption of liquor in public places is also suspended. He announced to the shock of the industry players. During a cabinet meeting held on Wednesday, which was to make determination on whether to lift suspension on the sale of alcohol, cabinet members are said to be bitterly divided over the issue.
Okay.
So the suspension on the sale of alcohol has severely affected the alcohol industry, with some establishments closing shops and retrenching staff. Minister of Investment, Trade and Industry, Peggy Serame, declined to comment, saying she cannot comment on cabinet matters. Serame is said to have put a spirited campaign pleading with her cabinet colleagues to allow the sale of liquor on takeaway basis. A cabinet minister confided that some senior cabinet ministers are against the lifting of the ban on the sale of alcohol, saying it will exacerbate the spread of the COVID-19 virus.
Okay.
And though it's not backed up by any scientific research, there is the belief that the surge in the cases of COVID-19 were as a result of alcohol sale during the festive season. This was confided by one cabinet minister.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, I mean, it must have been an interesting cabinet meeting that day.
I think so, too. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well,
Lift, not to lift, not to lift. It just
yeah,
it really must have been an interesting cabinet meeting.
yeah.
Well, that's all we have for headlines across Africa.
Right. Log on to our website, africaglobalradio.com, for more current affairs items right there.